starting out 1,500 miles into the road trip already. We're in Talladega National Forest in Alabama. Flew into New York a couple days ago to pick up the Subaru. Immediately drove it down to South Carolina and left South Carolina yesterday. Our goal is to get back to Fairbanks. It'll be about 6,500 miles total, but with the new to me Subaru, it'll be a fun road trip.
Fire plug you were talking about?
So Blackbeard fire starters, so they make fire plugs which are basically just cotton balls that are coated in wax, and then they're pressed down so they end up about that big, and you have to like work them through similar to cotton balls, so it creates a bunch of fibers, but the wax mixed in catches it instantly, and then they're waterproof because of the wax, so you can literally go swimming with them, pull them out, light them, and you're good.
Boom. Just like that. Now keep it going.
Yep. My hands. When I first started camping, I would bring full potatoes.
Oh my gosh.
And I would do a like Dutch oven around a campfire. So I'd do full potatoes with like a half stick of butter, some garlic and onions, and I'd just let it sit. And then I got tired of carrying full potatoes.
Yeah.
So I hit Costco and found these.
Yeah.
And like that's a full 2-person serving of potatoes.
Super small box.
Super small box, 12 minutes to rehydrate with just boiling water.
Yeah.
And you do that with a little bit of butter and then eggs.
That's
solid.
awesome.
And that'll just crisp up because it's the same as like your frozen hash browns. They're just dehydrated.
Yeah. Damn.
Pulled off the road from Valley of the Gods to Moab to try and find a spot just to use the restroom, and stumbled across this campsite. The campsite itself is nestled between, so you've got that rock face right there. It's got a cool couple little carve outs, and then there's this right behind me that's got like a nice pancake layer going between the red rock and I'm not even gonna figure out what kind of stone it is, but an absolutely phenomenal campsite. So I marked it. I sent it over to Hunter, who was camping with me last night. As is usually the case, I was driving down the side road to get over to Needles Overlook, and there was a 2-track off to the left that was somewhat marked on the map, wide open, trail marker signs saying vehicle access is allowed, just have to stay on the trail. So we're gonna go explore it, but the Subaru is already surprising me on what it can handle. This next section has a little bit of a rock lip, but it's a lot of sand and slick rock, and it's handling fine. Well, it looks like we found the limit to what the Subaru can do in stock form. I think if it had a little bit of a lift, we'd be fine, but this right there, well, it doesn't look bad because of the sand, and you can see I tried to go kind of wide and hit it up here, and there's just not enough traction with the tires I have on the Subaru, so we're gonna turn around, but this keeps going for a little bit, but we're gonna backtrack and head back up. Made a new friend. Hi, cow. Alright, I'm having similar opinions as to when I first visited Alaska back in 2019, in that if you live, heck, in the state of Utah or within 3 hours of the Monticello, Moab area, I don't know how you're not out exploring every single weekend. I mean, I was supposed to be on the road 2 hours ago, and instead I'm still on that same 2-track road because there are so many side trails that just lead off to great campsites. So working my way slowly north to go meet back up with Hunter and do lunch, since it's already 1 o'clock, and then I will eventually get into Moab and then head north to Salt Lake City. So it'll likely be a late night, but again, it's the same opinion I had when I visited Alaska for the first time. There is just so much here. Driving down yet another side road, trying to get to a river crossing, and the river was, or creek was, mostly dried up. But then as I rounded a corner, saw these two. So that one is actually pretty nice inside, nice white paint. That one is super sketchy. There's like a burnt out couch and everything. And then, I don't know if you can see, but there's a whole bunch of bullet holes. It's 3:30 in the afternoon. I was supposed to be in Salt Lake City by now. I haven't even hit Moab. As is usually the case when I do road trips like this, I'll see a side trail, which leads to another side trail, which leads to another side trail. And then I got a bunch of emails from work, so I stopped back over to see Hunter and leech off of his Starlink. He's got an epic campsite for the night, which by the time this posts, he'll already have posted that video, so I'll link to it in the description. I should still be able to hit Montana by tonight, but if not, I'll probably stop around Bear Lake in Upper Utah. Made it to Idaho last night, pulled off probably about 10 miles into Idaho itself, into Caribou National Forest. Gotta apply the Idaho badge from All Roads Taken, and then we're gonna keep heading north. Gonna stop in Bozeman, and then Bozeman all the way up through Missoula into Eureka, and then cross the border.